So we're going to jump into another Transformer finance video today. A little bit of controversy going on in the MSRP and price points going on in our Transformer world. After New York Comic-Con, Hasbro Pulse's website quietly updated all of the prices of the MSRP for specific Transformer products, specifically stuff that is new for pre-order or select popular items that have been come out in the recent. So what do we got here? So originally we had our deluxes at $24.99, pretty much $25, and they have jumped now to $27.99, $28, a $3 increase. This is pretty much attached to Deluxe Class Studio Series pre-orders, but also older but newer Studio Series items and select Age of the Prime Deluxe Class items. So not everything is at that new price point, just stuff that they deem worthy of that's newer, probably related to factory assembly, and they probably have a cutoff point somewhere there. But there is stuff that kind of says otherwise, and we'll get into that in a moment. It was only a matter of time before retailers are going to update these MSRPs, which is also another concern. So those same deluxe class figures that you're looking at right now on the shelves at Walmart that have been sitting there week after week for $24.99 will probably jump to $27.99 at some point. So when Black Friday comes around and you get that $3 off on deluxes, it's not going to be a discount. It's just going to be back to what it was just a few weeks prior. But we're not done with deluxes, though. Studio Series and select newer wave Voyager classes also got a price bump on the Hasbro Pulse website. Originally $39.99 are now going to be $42.99. Also a $3 increase on select popular items and pre-orders. Leader classes were not spared of this either, jumping from $54.99 to $59.99, $60, a $4 increase. Even some older items that are clearly popular, like the almost 3-year-old now Studio Series 86 Grimlock that has been redecoed to death at this point, the reissue of it is also in that $59.99 price point. So pretty rough on that one. Then you have Hasbro Pulse also quietly increasing the MSRP on our Commander class. Now, this was originally $89.99, $90, and literally just yesterday it has jumped to $99.99, a $10 increase. We have cracked the $100 mark now for Commander class. Yeah, so all that remains really now is the Titan class, which we don't know what's really up with that because Titan right now is in a weird place. It's something that the price, I guess, is budgeted based on the individual item that is chosen for it. A Tidal Wave from Legacy could be a $200 item, but a Titan class Star Optimus Prime, Star Convoy a year later, because it's smaller and uses less plastic, could be deemed $150. We don't know what the plan is for the next ones after that. We have the Studio Series Titan class, Age of Extinction Grimlock. That's probably going to be maybe in the $200 price point. Who knows? But we will see what happens with that. So now that we have that perspective and all these price increases that are going to be happening, when we look at, like, let's say the New York Comic-Con and the two items that had that price point drama, like the Armada Nemesis Prime and the Studio Series Skybound Energon Universe Optimus, you look at that Nemesis Prime and you go, okay, so the new price for a Voyager, okay, so that $42.99, and you got the Star Saber, Air Defense Team, so we'll call that a deluxe price point, and we put that at the deluxe price point, and that still gets you to $71 with this new MSRP. So we still have like a $19 discrepancy from its $89.99 that they're asking for. And with the QC problems that we have going on with that and everything, who knows what's going on. So hopefully we learn more as time passes, and hopefully we get some clear answers on what's going on with the price increases. But I get a feeling this is something that's going to be happening in the near future. And since 2020 and the Big V, we've suffered already 3 major price increases. Stay tuned for that one. Now, the next piece of news we're going to talk about just quickly is the latest episode of Transformers Cyberworld, Episode 10, recently aired on Saturday. And the only big thing we want to talk about as toy collectors is at the end of that episode, we had a character make their debut at the end of it. Now, when I first saw this character, I was like, oh, snap. Spaghetti Western voice acting, cover, a hat and coveralls and everything. Wild Wheel is back, baby. Wild Wheel. But clearly, it was not Wild Wheel from Transformers Cyberverse. It was a different character from Cyber World. Now, the credits at the end of the episode call him Junkyard Ron, but it's really a play on words. It's not Junkyard Ron, it's Galvatron. The big tell is because when you look at this figure, or this character design in the show, and then you look at the Galvatron Cyber World toy that's on shelves right now, you could clearly see if you look at the face, the weapon, the legs, it's clearly that of the Cyberworld Galvatron with that Western attire just kind of slapped on top of that animation model. So just the question is right now is how is Cyberworld going to handle the idea of a Galvatron and a Megatron existing together? Did Megatron quietly get upgraded and we didn't see that happen? We don't know. It should prove interesting, and now more of a reason to go out and buy that Cyberworld Galvatron figure because he actually is something that's in the show. And just to keep track and keep on theme here, his MSRP is still $14.99 for now. So that's it more or less today for the Transformer Slag podcast. And thank you for listening and keeping you educated, entertained, and informed on everything going on in our crazy Transformer world and on Transformer Finance Day on a Transformer Tuesday. And thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you in the near future.